The current rating that it was when we acquired the service was working towards, which is a rating that requires the Department of Education and Training to monitor. We were rated and assessed within 4 months of opening the service under this new approved provider, and we're now meeting in every area. So when we first visited the service, it was like walking into an op shop with disarray equipment, with dinosaurs with dolls' heads on them, equipment that wasn't conducive to the education and care of children.
My colleague and I actually had done a tour before we acquired the service, and something that I always remember was some interactions where children were drawing all over walls, and at one point a texter actually got taken off a child and handed straight back, to allow them to continue drawing on the rules. It was really concerning for us, but I think it says a lot about what the educators were potentially lacking. They were trying to do their best with what they had at the time.
Eventually, Child's Play came in and took over, and straight away we got everything brand new. We invested a lot of time in training the educators. Mana
enabled us to do a lot of the training internally. Rather than having to seek external support, we were able to do a lot of that ourselves. The basis of our programming is our learning stories. Everybody learns how to do a learning story when they're doing their certificate or their diploma or their bachelor or whatever that training is. But that's sort of where that ends, where with Coach Sue and with Mana, it's something that's developing all the time through different perspectives. Even I've been in this industry a long time, and even when I complete a learning story with Coach Sue, she's giving me different perspectives about where I could take that learning and development, probably in places that I hadn't considered.
The department, when they came and gave us feedback about how we were going and the integration of Mana, they were really impressed. The lady who came and saw us, she had never seen anything like it before. And so we were able to show her all the features that we can use to help make our observations really detailed, supportive, and easy to write out for the staff as well, because that was obviously initially a struggle, was making sure observations were up to date.
So actually when we had our authorised officer come in for our assessment and rating, it was something that we actually did a demonstration together to look at how to use Coach Sue and how that learning actually looked for our educators.
So from perspective of Mana, from a compliance perspective, when we had rating and assessing, the authorised officer wanted to have a look at some observations, learning stories, summative assessments. We were able to provide this to the authorised officer through Mana. She was able to navigate through it clearly. She was very impressed with Coach Sue, who was able to support the educators whose English was not their first language. So from a compliance perspective, we found that extremely helpful on rating and assessment day. Our philosophy is every child matters, and that's what we wanted to do for this community and these children. They deserved it.